On to race number 8. Second last on the programme this week, race number 8, Class 3, 1,200 metres the trip, headed by Perfect Glory, who was 7th last week behind Rickfield. Drops in trip here. Superwise has speed from barrier 2. Planet Star rolls forward. He's got barrier 8. Namjong Sings, 5th last time out behind Dancing Fighter. Amazing Star up in class for his last start win. He's got loads of speed. He gets barrier 1 as well. Very Rich Man likes to roll forward. He's got barrier 3. Mr. Picasso, a course and distance winner, 2 starts back. And down to Flying Sword, the promoted starter, expensive Fairy Twins. Horses that have been up at Chung Fa include Perfect Glory, Amazing Star, Comfort Life and Flying Sword. There is loads of speed here, Tom.
There is, Andrew, and it's all going to come from gates 1, 2 and 3 with Amazing Star, Very Rich Man and Super Wise. I think from what we saw last start of Very Rich Man, he's not necessarily lead at all costs, because he actually did run a fair race last time out from that draw. You've got Perfect Glory there. Namjong Sings was unlucky last time out. He could be destined for a 3-wide passage, but it's a race where a lot of these horses have only got fair to middling Class 3 records.
Big hold on Super Wise, as he normally does in the mornings. He's a little horse that always pulls and carries on, and you can see he's doing that once again. Alfred Chan's having a bit of a handful here, but he will ride him on race day. Amazing Star, the favourite. I thought I'd show this. It was just quiet work. He wasn't asked to do too much. That's him closest to us, but he moves fluently here as he comes down and not really being pushed out, just doing it under his own steam. Is Amazing Star. And top scorer, he comes up into this grade. He hasn't really got a good record in the class, but he's in form at the moment. And Sylvester de Souza, I just thought the work was pretty good, and he is a last start with it.
Yeah, and he looked sharp, didn't he? But, yeah, the record in this class doesn't read as well. We'll start off with Perfect Glory. Rickfield's supporters and Matthew Poon would probably... Oh, sorry, 2 starts back, this one, isn't it? Behind Hardly Swears. Rickfield was last time out.
Yeah, so he is backing up from the other day. There was a bit of trouble in behind in that race as well, but he had a nice run up the inside there. He was beaten favourite on this occasion by Hardly Swears, who came with a big run in the middle of the track. Joe Moreira jumping on board him for the first time for Casper Founds. I thought he'd be a chance in a race like this. Yeah,
he's got to carry that big weight that was at Aquaria. I thought he had his chance in that race, and then he slight excuse last time, but I still like to see him do it now.
All right, Namjong Sings looks a bit awkward for the gate, from the gate, I should say, barrier 10. This is behind... Dancing, he's been behind this horse last 2 starts, in actual fact, Dancing Fighter.
Yeah, he's been in good form races, this one. Look, I'm going to give him a chance on the place line, because even though he's drawn 10, with all his pace, I think the field's going to break up, and he'll be able to slot in midfield. That's the go anyway. The hood will come off him as well on race day.
He was just caught wide last time out, no cover, but stayed on pretty well at the end, and the hood does come off him for this assignment. All
right, well, speaking of speed, the horse that might have most of all is Amazing Star. He'll be ridden by Zach Pert.
Amazing Star in race number 8 for Jimmy Ting. Absolutely bolted up first up off a big break. In the manner that he did it, was it a surprise to the team, or was that expected?
He's always shown that he's had that type of ability, but he's been plagued with a lot of issues throughout his career, and you know he's filled up with blood on a few occasions, as well as having some other problems. So the time off has obviously given him time to strengthen up, develop, and mature a little bit more. And I think we just seen the product of that.
He's tried Class 3 a couple of times where he has placed. You rode him in his first run. Is he a better horse now than he was in that first win?
He's definitely a better horse now. He's developed a lot. He's come a long way. So I don't see Class 3 being a problem. It's just a matter of how the race is going to be run.
He's mainly run over 1,200 metres with the exception of a couple of 1,000-metre runs. Do you think maybe in time he might stretch out a little further?
Possibly. He did seem to relax well enough in a trial when I rode him, and at the Valley the other day, although, you know, another horse sort of come up and worried him a little bit. He wasn't trying to reef and tear like he has done in the past. So, you know, mentally he's a much better horse now, and that could help him run further in time.
Were you pleased with his track work on Saturday morning?
Yeah, he's working well. He always works well. Yep.
Left alone in front, he's going to be very hard to beat. But if he got a bit of pressure, maybe it could you know, turn the screw on a bit?
Yeah, maybe there's some pressure from Super Wise, Very Rich Man. We know he likes to go forward, but look, if he turns up in that same vein of form he was the other week when winning here, he just wins this, I think.
Yeah, he's pretty short, but look, yeah, you're right. I mean, I think his undoing as a Very Rich Man takes him on.
His gate speed there was exceptional.
Yeah, it was, and he's got barrier 1 and 1.3 and money back here. Paul, another odds-on shot for the night?
Yeah, hopefully the first for the night, and I think he'll win. Amazing Star, the 6th, to beat Namjong Sings. The field will open up. top score. Now, if they do overcook it, he's got a good finish on him, this horse. He does come in with a light weight. It's just a matter of whether he is up into this grade or not. He's got 120 pounds to carry, and Planet Star in there for 4th, 6, 5, 7. I don't think it's an overly strong Class 3 if you take the favourite out.
No, it's not. There's a lot of horses that just have fair records in Class 3, but I think Amazing Star should be pretty tough to beat in this race for Zach Purton and Jimmy Ting, especially from the inside draw. Perfect Glory to be there at the finish. Planet Star's a horse that does have some speed, but he's been a tad slow out recently, Planet Star, and Namjong Singh's the other one I'll throw in. 6, 1, 3 and 5.
I've got the same cue as Tom, 6 and 1. I thought Hinch and Love was interesting, though, again, with the pace, loads of speed, it'll drop in. Might be able to finish off as well, but yeah, Amazing Star looks very good. In race number 8, that is the second last. One more to go then, race number 9, plus all the best bets. That comes up next.